Oh boy, welcome back. Got a special interview lined up. I'm here with Andrew Escamilla with Western Colorado 211. Andrew, if you don't mind, can I start the interview with a little bit of a story? I was telling my wife this morning I was going to be doing an interview with 211. She's a social worker at the VA, and she perked right up. She's like, oh, they are such a great resource for our community, what she does at the VA. Can you talk to our viewers a little bit about what 211 Western Colorado is?
Sure thing, yeah. So 211 is a national dialing code, similar to kind of 911 and 511, but 211 is designed to help people get connected to local resources. Different things for different people depending on their situation. Resources for food and nutrition programs, financial assistance programs for like rental assistance or utility assistance, transportation resources, elderly resources and people with disabilities, you name it. 211 can connect you to different resources for that.
You got it, absolutely. In case you guys are keeping up with the date, today's February 10th, tomorrow, February 11th, 211. That's kind of why we're here. Talk about why raising awareness to what you guys do is so important, because that's kind of the reason we're here today.
I think for a lot of people, they can fall on hard times, some of them very unexpectedly, and they don't know exactly, where to go for help or, what's out there. 211 right now, just in our Western Slope region alone, we have information on over 1,500 unique services. So people can call 211. What we'll do is we will listen to their situation, hear what they have to say, and you really get the full scope of what's going on, and then direct them to the proper resource that can help them out depending on their situation.
It's 2023. I kind of mentioned this off camera. There are people out there that feel like, hey, if Google can't solve my problem that I have, or if YouTube doesn't solve it, you guys are like a real place where you can hear exactly what their story is and exactly what they're looking for. Can you talk about the kind of the way that is going to be helpful in kind of all kinds of situations?
So first and foremost, we are local. 211 is available throughout the entire state of Colorado, and there are 4 call centers that cover different portions of the state. Our call center that covers the Western Slope is right here in the Grand Valley. We're located at the Family Resource Center through Hilltop. We are proud Hilltoppers. So we are local experts helping local residents connect to local resources.
And can you talk about kind of the ease of using 211, right? Like you're not going to call 211 and get like an automated message directing you to push this number or push that number. As soon as you call 211, you get a live person, a real person who's there to really help.
An actual human being, not a robot. We get a lot of people who are really thankful that they're actually talking to a human being, because that is very, very important. That human connection, being able to talk to someone who can actually listen to the situation and direct them in a meaningful way. So folks will call 211 and they will speak to a local resource navigator who can point them in the right direction and really listen to them. That's one of the greatest things about 211 is that we're there to help, we're there to connect, but we're also just there to listen, and we're there to be for these people who have fallen on these hard times and are in some of these just impossible situations.
You got it. Can I ask too? You kind of mentioned that there are 4 statewide 211s. You guys are the Western Colorado 211. Who all encompass? When somebody dials 211, that can be from kind of a lot of places here on the Western Slope.
Yeah.
In Western Colorado.
Yeah, so like you said, there are 4 call centers. There's one located in the Denver area that covers the Denver metro area and parts of northern Colorado. There's one located in Colorado Springs that covers kind of the San Luis Valley and central Colorado. And then there's a 211 in Pueblo that covers the southeast portion of the state. So all 64 counties within the state of Colorado are covered by a 211 service. Depending on where you are at when you are dialing 211, you'll get directed to that call center that covers that region. And same thing with any other state. If you're in Texas, if you're in California, if you're in Utah, if you're in New York, no matter where you are, if you dial 211, it will direct you to the call center that covers the area that you're in.
You got it. Can we talk a little bit about kind of a timely thing? We're getting phone calls. SNAP benefits are coming close to, the emergency SNAP benefits coming close to expiring. Is that something you guys are equipped to kind of handle and help people kind of get faced in the right direction with?
Absolutely. I mean, we know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be affected by the SNAP emergency allotments ending. And we are working very, very closely with a lot of our great food resources that are here, the food pantries, food banks, and making sure that we are up to date on their information, so that way when people call us, we can connect them to those local resources and make sure that that information is accurate up to date. What we have found, especially we saw during the pandemic, this community is amazing at coming together and making sure that our people are taken care of, that we are able to have food on the table for someone who needs it. So all these food pantries and food banks are doing an amazing job, and if someone is looking for help with food, if the SNAP allotment that's ending, if that is really affecting your household, call 211. Have us look for those resources for you that you may not know exist, because they're out there.
Can I ask one last question before we go?
Sure.
Obviously, call 211 if you need to talk to a person. That's great. But you guys also have other resources, the website too. Can you talk a little bit about what the website does?
Yeah. So our website is 211colorado.org. It has information on every single resource that we have information on. So for the entire state of Colorado, there's about 6,900 services. Wow. So you can go onto 211colorado.org and search for those resources yourself. You can look up food pantries, and you can narrow it down by what county or city that you're in. And that information is kept up to date constantly. That's the thing that separates what 211 does from a lot of others, is we update that information. We don't just put it in there. We make sure that that information is kept up to date and accurate.
You got it. Hey, Western Colorado 211, they helped out almost 6,000 people last year, probably can help out a whole lot more this year too. So thank you for coming in and kind of getting the word out and talking to us about what you do. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.